All right, so it's kind of midday right now. We've been cruising oil field roads up in north central Alberta. Heather and I are doing some spot and stalk hunting, and what we're looking for is really good feeding areas for the bears. This time of the year, it's May 19th, and this time of the year the bears are coming out to clover lines. You can see there's some clover around here. Well, this is what we're looking for, fresh bear scat. This isn't super fresh, this is probably 2 or 3 days old, but that's really what we're looking for, something that's actually different ages. If we can find something that's been here over a week, that's even better. And we may just sit on this tonight, we'll see. But we'll take a look around a little more, and hopefully we can find some even better food. All right, so this is a really good example of just a backcountry trail in northern Alberta. This probably goes down to a reclaimed lease site. We're going to take a look down here as well, but you can see how green everything is. This is really ideal, and we're kind of at prime time for the bears, so we're going to go down here and take a look. We try to get off the main roads and onto these back trails.
Take a look at this tree behind me. Kevin and I, when we're black bear hunting, quite often will look for trees that have claw marks on them, and that helps us determine there are bears in the area. This tree has claw marks possibly from a mature bear, but probably from a smaller bear. Just take a look, because he climbed all the way to the top.
Yeah, so this is basically what they're eating, this lush clover. And like I say, in another week or so, this is going to be way more full. Bears love this. This is candy for them, especially in the spring. And you can see bear scat right here. So, not sure when he'll be back and that sort of thing, but this is definitely a place to focus on. Well, that was pretty cool. This bear was, probably 5.5 foot. He wasn't really that big. Decided not to shoot him. He really didn't seem to care that we were there, although I don't know if he saw me or not, but Heather got some pretty good footage there. Snuck in maybe 70, 80 yards, that sort of thing, but nice little bear anyways. So they're starting to move. Past this one, go on to the next one. All right, so Heather and I were spot and stalk hunting there for a couple days. We got onto some bears, but nothing really that we wanted to take. We ended up coming back, had some business to do back in town. A friend of mine, Barry Symbolic, said, "Hey, listen, I got a good bear on one of my baits. Why don't you go out and sit it?" So we're just out this evening, and we're gonna sit on one of the baits and see what we can do with the crossbow. So come on along, and we'll see what the evening has for us. All right, well, we're at the end of May now, and Heather and I have managed to take a few days off work. We're out west now. We were hunting up north before. We did a little bit of spot and stalk up in northern Alberta. Found some bears, but nothing really sizable. And now we're out west. We did a little bit of bait hunting as well, but anyway, it's early morning. We just saw about a 5.5 foot bear on the road back here. Wasn't, again, quite what we were looking for. We know some folks who were hunting out here last week, and one guy saw actually 20 bears in one day. So we're gonna kind of scour the area and take a look around. We're doing spot and stalk again. We'll see how the day goes. Well, we've been driving these logging roads and these oil and gas roads, and Heather and I just came through here maybe 20 minutes ago at the most. We just came back, and you wouldn't believe what we just saw. Take a look at this. This is absolutely fresh bear droppings, and look at this. There's actually deer hooves in it. I've never seen that before. That's pretty incredible. This is smoking hot fresh. This just happened. It wasn't here when we came by a few minutes ago. We might come and check this lease out later. This bear could come out this afternoon as well, or evening.
Well, we were driving down the road and we saw this front paw track, and you can see how big it is by my fist. It's a big bear. You can fit right inside of that, and that's the front paw.
Okay, it's now June 7th. We've been kind of doing a bit of spot and stalk all spring and a little bit of sitting baits. I got a call a couple nights ago from a friend of mine, Todd Lowen, who's an outfitter here in Alberta. And Todd runs a first-class bear operation. He says, hey, come on up. He says, I got a few active baits still, sent clients home, and you'd be kind of on your own. So we're going to sit this one out, see what happens here. We did check the trail camera on the bait. Pretty nice bear showed up yesterday, smaller bear as well, but we're going to put in a day and see what we can do. Don't go anywhere. Well, I'm sure you can see it's absolutely pouring rain now. I've been sitting this for 5 hours. Did have a small bear come in, about a 5-footer, but you know what, for the sake of the camera, I think we're going to call her quits and see if we can let this rain dry out a bit. It's pretty hard on the camera, so we'll try to slip out and maybe we can come back later. Well, as you can see, it's starting to get dark. I'm going to slip out of here. This is my last evening of bear hunting for this spring. Man, we had a blast. Heather and I had a blast spot and stalk hunting bears, sitting on bait. We did all kinds of stuff. It was a great spring. Just didn't find that special 6-foot or better bear this year. But if you stay tuned, we're going to show you a clip of a really nice bear Heather shot last year.
The first night, Chris just pulled away with the quad. We got to get in quick. We're hoping the bears will come in soon, and there's supposed to be a really nice big one on this bait, so hopefully they'll come. Very excited. Going into our second night, we did some rebaiting today, and this bait is called the generic bait, and it looked really promising. Lots of activity, or at least lots of sign. So we're hoping that we'll see something big tonight. Well, we made it. It was a little bit of a hike to get in here. When we checked this bait earlier today, it'd been hit really hard, and we're hoping the barrels will start moving. It was 22 degrees. This place is absolutely beautiful. Welcome to Alberta. Beautiful country.
All right, so we've hunted a couple days now. We're actually going in this morning to check one of the baits and restock some beavers, that sort of thing. And we're going to check a few other baits today, decide which one to sit. And today's another day. We'll see what happens today.
We're going into the same bait site today. Last night we had a big bear all around us for most of the night. Didn't come in. So we decided we got part way in. We're standing on a clear cut. We'd like to show you a little bit of the terrain where we're hunting. We're about 8 miles in total, I think, in the big timber. And hopefully that bear will come in and we'll get a shot tonight.
the air out of him, baby.
That was awesome.
All right. Well, I think he's finished. Let's go take a look.
Shot him right there. He was standing. And then he did a loop. I think this is his hand. This is his hand. That's his leg yet, but that's his. Shot him right there. He was by the shoulder. Look at that.
That's a big bear head.
Look at that paw. Oh my goodness.
That's a big bear.
Well, here he is. I shot him about a half hour ago. Hopefully he'll go Pope and Young. We think he's about 6'4", maybe better. Look at the paws. Kev, come celebrate with me. I need a hug.
Hey, good job, Heather.
Thank you.
Heather made a fantastic shot on this bear. You can tell this bear has been fighting already. He's got scars all over his head. It's a big bear. You made a great shot.
Well, you taught me to think exit.
And you did it. You made a great
Went
shot.
in there, out there, just perfect.
These whack-em broadheads are something else. Maybe I can get a bear now.
Well, it's your turn. Let's go get one.
Let's do it.
Look at the size of these paws and the claws. Wow. It's amazing.
You don't want to meet that in a back alley.
No. He needs a manicure.
Well, you gave him some kind of treatment.
I guess it's the whack-em.